What is up, guys? It's your boy J-Pod, and today we are going over real world guitar tips from a real world guitarist, part 4. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, tip number 1 is when you're trying to learn some new stuff, don't try and learn too much at once. Now this is very important, especially at the beginner stages of your guitar playing journey. You know, one mistake that I found a lot of teachers kind of have made with me is they saw that I was good, right? And then they tried teaching me like 10 million things in one lesson. And this always happens in the beginning, right? When I would start learning with them. And you know, I feel like that makes people overwhelmed. It would make me overwhelmed. In my experience trying to teach other people, it makes them overwhelmed. And biggest issue with that is at the end of your practice session, you want to be like, damn, I really got that under my fingers. You know what I mean? You don't want to have like a million things that you're like, oh my God, I don't know, like how am I going to continue on this? How blah, blah, blah. You guys get what I'm saying? Like you don't walk into algebra class and they originally start teaching you logarithms. You know what I mean? That you start off with, I kind of forgot, the y equals mx squared or whatever, the line thing, or like, you know, like the 2x equals 4. X equals 2, right? That's algebra, right? I remember that. All right. Now my next tip is sometimes the best form of practicing guitar is going outside and touching grass and not playing the guitar. Because I'll tell you something, at a certain point when you're just sitting there, you know, practicing your scales, going, you know, at a certain point, you're just like, oh my God, this is pissing me off, and you start to play even worse than if you were to just take a 30-minute break and go for a little walk. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is more of a piece of advice for the hardcore grinders, the hardcore practicers out there, but yeah, you guys feel me? Now, my next piece of advice, and this goes for beginners, casual players, intermediates, advanced players, is if you feel like you're stuck with something, you're stuck with a concept, try and teach someone else the concept and see if you could explain it to them, because I'm telling you, when you explain it, you'll realize the gaps in knowledge that you have, and you'll have to come up with, you know, reasons for the gaps in knowledge and stuff. And I don't know, just part of the vibes. Like you know, it helps you learn because you're speaking it out loud or you're writing it out loud. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it just makes you understand it better when you try and explain it yourself in your own words. All right, my next piece of advice is record yourself when you play and listen to it. And you know, it could be with a camera, it could just be recording it into a DAW, aka a digital audio workspace like Logic Pro, FL Studios, Ableton, Cubase, what's the other one? I was gonna say Pro Music, but nah, Pro Tools. I like to film myself just to watch myself. I think it's cool watching my hands move. Watch it, listen to it, and be like, would someone actually want to listen to this? You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing that you have to understand, is you have to listen to it and be like, would someone actually, in their right mind, enjoy this? Or am I tripping? You'll know if you sound like crap, and if you sound like crap and you think you sound good, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm telling you, you'll know if you sound bad. That's just part of the vibe. Like, that's just how it works. You know what I mean? Like, humans are not stupid. We're able to self-judge ourselves. We're our own harshest critics. But again, if you're playing really amazingly and you still think you sound bad, I would maybe show a friend and see what they say. You know, sometimes you just gotta be honest with yourself, because I promise you, filming yourself and listening to yourself, that'll teach you so much. It'll teach you where your flaws are, where you need to improve. You feel me? It's all just a game. Now my next and final tip for part 4 of real world guitar tips is don't noodle when you're supposed to be learning. Guys, I've dealt with this so much in my life as a music student. Is I'll go to the practice room and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna learn all this, and then boom, next thing I know, an hour goes by and I've just been noodling random crap. So the best way to avoid this is, I don't know, I really don't know. Like, I have ADHD, so like, you know, some like stimulants help me, but like the best way to really avoid this is just to really focus. Like, the phone is a distraction, the computer is a distraction, coffee helps to focus. just like, I don't know, setting a goal, maybe setting a time limit, that always helps me. Like, I'm like, all right, by next week, I'll be able to play this. For example, let's say today's Wednesday. I'll say to myself, next week by Tuesday, I'll be able to play this at this speed, or I'll just have this memorized. You know what I mean? I think that helps a lot. Setting little mini goals, that helps a lot. But guys, the noodling when you're supposed to be learning, that's an epidemic that's been taking up society. Anyways, I'm signing out. Thank you for joining me.